We return, ladies and gentlemen, to the men's quarterfinals here at the 2023 CT1 WDF Lakeside World Championship. And we welcome to the stage the former Catalonia Open and Slovak Open champion from the Netherlands, the countryman, Chris Landman. Welcome to the stage the former Irish Classic and Pacific Masters champion, the reigning Lakeside World Champion from Northern Ireland, Duff man, Neil Duff!
The second defending champion of the evening takes to the stage, and he will be looking to follow in the footsteps of Bo Greaves, who was far too good for Paula Murphy on the evening. Neil Duff is a rare beast. He's a man who is unbeaten on the Lakeside stage. 7 players have tried to defeat the Ulsterman. Can Chris Landman finally achieve that? Duff's performances so far have been pretty good without being spectacular. But he is one of those ultra-focused dart players who doesn't really care about averages, doesn't care about the statistics. He cares about winning games. And he is a player who will improve as the tournament goes on. A brilliant 6-5 win against Thibaut Tricol in last year's final, where he had to summon all the strength, all the inner belief inside him. And he's spoken openly about being desperate to retain the title, to prove to some of the doubters that it wasn't a fluke. Chris Landman is in the way of him. It was a very strange game he had in round 2 against Thomas Youngans, where he just couldn't really get going. Youngans couldn't either, and after 2 sets, both players were averaging well below 80. But then the scoring power came from Landman. He is a fast and furious competitor, and when the first start is in, he usually follows. It will be Neil Duff to start proceedings. Scott, how do you rate Duff's performances so far, and how far do you think he could go?
I think, to be honest, I think he's had a couple of matches where he could have easily lost them. I was here on Tuesday night, and he hit a massive 105 in that game to save himself and to turn the whole game on its head. And he was very similar last night as well. There were points where it could have gone south for him, but he didn't allow it, and that's a sign of a good champion. But Landman is a different kettle of fish here. He really, if he gets his foot on your throat, he generally doesn't take it off, and so you've just seen that big 180 to start, and that's a sign to say, I ain't going anywhere here. You're going to have to beat me. He's going to put a game up there. It's the best game that he's got tonight, and that will be how Landman how Duff has to play him.
Yeah, Chris Landman, a very, very capable player. Someone who played at Minehead last week in the Players' Championship finals, because He played enough Pro Tours to qualify for that without having a tour card.
Yeah, undoubtedly he's had lots more match practice probably than Duff has recently.
122.
Well, he can finish, but he's got quite fortunate there. Bullseye.
86.
A little bit surprised he opted to go for that route. Now a bullseye for Landman, and it's skin. Chris Landman with a 90 finish to break the throw in the very first leg. He means business.
Blink and you miss Chris Landman. That's how quick he is. Like I say, had a really good season on the Challenge Tour. Was right up there at the start of the year, looking at a tour card, but tailed off a little bit. But then he was playing so much. He was in the Pro Tours, he was at the Challenge Tours. He's had a very busy year.
Neil Duff has also been a busy man. He goes here, there and everywhere to play his darts. Went to the Australian Open earlier this year, losing out to a man who we saw win earlier this afternoon in Andy Barton's, and he beat Johnny Tata on the way there.
140. 40.
Well, I mean, that's a cracking adjustment. A real slip from Duff, the second dart.
43. Neil Uruguay, 52.
Sometimes a bit too quick for his own good is Chris. Not that it matters, because Neil Duff only needs one dart. Finish the 52.
Third leg is Neil to throw first. Game on.
Do you own a suit like that?
No. I own a jacket that's quite loud, you may see this week.
As loud as the atmosphere in this room after Neil Duff lands his first maximum.
$100. 80.
I'm on the floor there for Landman. Looked like it had hit his destination target.
140. 60. Neil Uruguay, 81.
Chris Landman's already shaking his head.
$41.
Yeah, he's feeling a touch unlucky. He had a dart on the floor.
97. Neil Uruguay, 40.
Tops for Duff.
In charge in the third leg.
Can we call that a good marker? I don't think we can. We'll just say it was an excellent readjustment of the throw.
Game on.
A handy marker, let's say. Nothing to worry about for Landman just yet. It's his throw now. He can go 2-2 if he can break. He can just hold his throw and then try to break the Duff throw in the last. But Duff 15. Wants to put him under pressure now, and that's why he's thrown that 15. He's tried a little bit too hard.
60. 100.
That's what I mean about Chris Landman being a proper first start merchant.
Yeah, when he gets that first one right, he does that for fun.
100. Chris, you require
And the odds are now,
161.
he's got 6 from here.
44.
Looks like he may need them.
$100. Chris, you require
Comes up short of a finish. Now for treble 19.
99.
Strange one, that. Thought he'd have gone across to the 18s. Left himself 24.
45. Chris, you require 18.
He's going to go straight at it. Double 4 for Landman.
Chris Landman.
There it goes.
Neil to throw first.
Duff needs a good start here.
95.
Saved it with that last dart, didn't he?
Yeah, it's not a bad start, 95, when you are keen to hold the throw.
60.
Very inconsistent so far from Chris.
Because he knows that by not hitting a treble on that visit, he opened it right up for Duff to take off into the sunset.
60.
You know when you hit a 45 or a 26 up there, you know what's coming behind it. You know as a player at this level, it doesn't not come. It happens. It's a 100, a 140, a 180, a 136. It's something to really punish your poor score. 180 here would get him right back in it.
135.
Not too many, Father Christmas. You've got work to do at the end of the month.
100.
Yeah, the dreaded night shift. There's never any in between with Chris Landman.
This for the set.
68.
So one set dart goes a begging for Duff.
66.
Landman on 66 should get a dart. It's going to be one at tops. Double top.
Game shot to the first set.
Great finish. So all the head shaking and everything else in that first set, he need not worry. He got himself out of it, and that's as animated as I've ever seen Chris Landman.
Second set, first leg is Chris to throw first.
Yeah, he's one of those players who doesn't overly celebrate. He can sometimes just
41.
scoff like that, look down, screw his face up, but he's not someone that goes overboard.
He's muttering to himself back
60.
behind Neil Duff there, and he does do this a lot. Another 180 for him.
180.
Come on, ladies, get your 180 cards up.
4 180s in 6 legs for Chris Landman.
47.
Duff's in a bit of trouble here.
60.
It's a good thing we're going out to best of 7. There is time to recover.
100. 60.
Cheers, lads. Neil Duff's not going to panic here because he went 1 set down against Martin Turner, wrestled it back to 1-all. Martin Turner then went 2-up, wrestled it back to 2-all, and then Neil Duff did Neil Duff things in the last set. He dug in.
100.
I'm sure Martin Turner's watching this thinking this may have been me. It was that tight a game.
140.
Duff coming back into it now. Pressure on the 60.
20.
And it was pressure enough.
Really require 54.
This is a mini break here. Duff been prolific on tops all
14.
week. And he knew that was a turning point in this game.
40.
It was an early turning point. It's gone begging. But only if Landman hits here.
20.
5 darts missed for Chris Landman. Could be 5 for Neil Duff.
Landman can't watch the board. He's watching the big screen behind Duff. He can't watch the board.
20.
And what was I saying earlier, top of the show, these 21 dart legs, you've just got to win them and not worry about what the average is. And oh, we go on.
Neil, you require 10.
This is the double that he beat Martin Turner with.
No score.
Tense frustration here, this really is.
Require 10.
How is this going to affect the rest of the game?
In charge of the first leg.
Landman finally hits it.
Second leg is Neil to throw
Is that
first.
25, 26 dart leg?
It's the kind of leg where no matter who wins it, both players come off quite furious. Obviously the one that loses it more furious, but even if you do, you turn round and you think, I've got away with one.
And because that was a holder throw for Landman, he comes away the happier player. And look what we see now.
135.
Duff is still ruining those misses. And Landman is going happy days. Wades in with a 135.
95.
The psychology of the game is so complicated.
60. 60.
The lobsters are still lobstering. Is that what you call it?
It's what I am going to call it from now on.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's in the dictionary. We'll call it lobstering.
98.
I think if you looked up the phrase power scoring in the dictionary, you'd see a picture of Chris Landman's face.
You would at this particular moment in time. 95 needs to go back down. Oh, okay.
79. 99.
So what's
50.
Landman's chosen flavour? It's usually 10 for tops. There's the 10 up for tops.
In charge in a second.
Tidy from Landman.
Yeah, it took him 9 attempts in the last leg, and then he does it straight away here.
But that's the game. That's what happens. He'll probably go first dart next leg if he gets there first.
100.
And he'll still be looking back, going, how did I take 9 darts at that other one? It's just a strange old game.
Absolutely. That's why we love it.
Nobody knows why it happens, but it happens to everybody at some time or another.
140. 55. 121.
Duff's now starting to find his feet. Lamb will be hoping it's too late. And if he keeps doing that, it will be. It's all about trying to keep your cool and your
60.
calm when everybody else around you is losing it.
Neil Duff, the reigning champion. It was a debut year at Lakeside, and he managed to win it.
100.
He's got that presence of a champion. Needs to find something.
60. Neil, you require 80.
Double 10.
Yeah. Third leg. Neil Duff.
He needed that to go. He needed a good strong breaker throw, and that's exactly what happened.
Game on.
So now he holds his throw here, and all that's gone before in this set will be forgotten about. He'll be just thinking about that one leg at the end.
85.
There's that dart in the right place for Landman. Once it goes right, these rat-tat-tat players, once it goes right first dart, they genuinely follow it. They genuinely follow it.
100.
That's a prime example of what I've just said. When that first one is right, it is very right.
$85.
Chris Landman, Netherlands flag in the crowd, you may have just spotted. The fan club are in attendance.
140.
It's called the Countryman because he lives in a little village, apparently, in the country.
Like the Dutch version of you.
96.
Maybe, but he ain't got many tractors. I've got loads.
140. Nearly require 100.
A checkout like this could light the Duff fire. He's not giving himself chances.
90. Chris, you require 36.
He's a crowd favourite here, Neil Duff. Landman for the set.
No score.
Very generous, Chris, very generous.
Landman should be away in the distance. Instead, he's got to hold his throw to win the second set.
Fifth leg is Chris to throw first. Game on.
Very emotive character.
100.
Good last start there from Landman. Duff would have been looking at that thinking, oh, here we go. He's only going to score 60.
60.
It's all about trying not to play the situation now. It's all about trying to play the board.
140.
But these legs you can't practice. You can't emulate these at home on the practice board. There's only one place you can, and that's here.
140.
First winner of the evening on autograph duty.
57.
I suspect that'll be the first of many this week.
On treble visit there from Landman gives a glimmer of hope to Duff.
60.
But Duff does exactly the same. So Landman 40 in front plus these. And these aren't very much.
38.
And left no shot. So Duff's got 6 from here. Minimum.
100. $60. Nearly require 141.
Disappointment for Landman, leaving himself on a 3-figure outshot. Oh, it may not matter.
117.
One dart for the set has gone.
Chris, you require 106.
What a set shot that would have been, but 106 for Landman. First one has to be right. It's not going to be.
74.
That second one didn't look in there.
No,
Angle there.
24.
I was expecting him to go back to the 20s. Neil Duff goes into the break with a set to his name, and doesn't he enjoy it? Not being a vintage performance from the Ulsterman, but he has taken full, firm advantage of several missed opportunities from Chris Landman. The Dutchman's scoring has been absolutely fantastic, but he is letting himself down when closing out legs. You should not do that against a person who is defending their title here. Neil Duff won, Chris Landman won. Neil Duff levelling the game up after Chris Landman missed 4 chances to go into the break 2 sets up. His doubling has let him down. Neil Duff does not give up easily. Scoring from Landman has been absolutely fantastic, but He needs to improve closing out legs. He's had chances to win virtually all the legs we've had in the match, particularly since the conclusion of the first set.
Third set, first leg, it's Neil to...
Our referee, Garen Roderick, is getting the game back underway. It will be Neil Duff to start things. And the added disappointment from Chris Landman's point of view is that
60.
Not only did he lose that set when being 2-0 up in legs, he lost it when he started the set with his throw.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fine margins. We're at quarterfinals of the World Championships here. The fine margins are ones you've got to be ready for. But he'll be disappointed, Chris, how that set ended for him. And he's now got to forget that and come back out, and he's got to break the Duff throw once more to get this at some point in this set.
These two have never met before, despite being fairly highly ranked in the WDF system. Chris Landman's not played many darts on this circuit. Last appearance before the start of the World Championship was in the Dutch Open. Got to the last 16 before losing to Benny Aldecalter. You might be wondering how he lost his last match, the last 16 against Jelle Klaassen. Klaassen concludes the evening's action against Danny Lorby. And then in between that and this, we've got Lisa Ashton against Kirsty Hutchinson. Plenty of super darts on offer.
45. First Uruguay 151. $86. Neil Uruguay 136. $58.
Going downstairs to try and leave tops was Duff, but 65 from Landman, so it's tops for him. Good marker.
25.
Needed a third dart in his hand. So Duff will come back to hold throw for 78. He's been doing this all week so far, chipping away at those shots with one dart in hand.
38.
Just over the top on this occasion.
40.
Great marker. Two great markers.
No score.
And he somehow couldn't squeeze it in. Neil Duff is probably the one that can't believe it the most.
He actually looked and said, no way, I think. Plenty of room for the last. Oh, he's backed out, so there's no momentum now. This is like throwing one individual dart.
20.
And that can happen. Maybe.
Require 40.
Bit of momentum would have helped. Landman surely. Oh, we're having another one of those legs, aren't we?
It's a repeat of the first leg of the second set.
24 darts and counting. That one's not close. That one's smash bang centre.
It is the Duff man that takes the scruffy leg.
One scrappy leg apiece so far in this quarter-final. I think we put that down as. Landman, no hesitation, straight in there. 140. Duff's got 80 in the board.
Thank you.
There's a whistle in the crowd there.
100. $60.
That hit at double five means that Duff leads for the first time in this match.
100. $121.
Once again, Landman on the mark with that treble 20.
54.
Not often that it's one, it's usually two. Right on cue, it happens to be one. Thanks for that. Commentator's curse starting once again this evening already, early doors.
Going to be much more of that over this coming weekend.
$135.
Duff stays in touch. Aggression from Landman.
55.
Could have used the bull.
Nearly require 112.
All he can do is sit and hope here. And what Landman did last time was have one dart at it after the scruffy leg. Is Duff going to do the same back at him?
72.
No, not to be.
First you require 40.
He's left it again. He struggled with it last time.
In charge of the second leg.
Not so much this time. And that's when it gets frustrating. When you hit it first dart like that and you've had all those darts at it before.
Well, it's a carbon copy of the situation we had at the start of set 2. It took Landman 9 goes to finally hit double 5. He then misses 8. Duff takes the leg. And next up, one straight in tops.
100.
Nicole Renault getting a lot of camera time today. And I believe she's given you a gift.
140.
She has. She's given me a lovely gold Kiwi pin badge, which I've put immediately on my jacket.
26. $45. $100. $59.
Not capitalising on the Duff mistakes.
It's like he's trying too hard. He knows their mistakes and he's thinking, right, now I've got to go. And he's not quite doing it. Just needs to take the foot off the pedal a little bit.
105.
Throw with a bit of freedom.
$60. Nearly require 170.
Still waiting for the first big fish of the week. And we're going to be kept waiting.
I'm not sure he'd have gone for it if he'd hit the second treble, to be fair.
105. $140.
Now the pressure's applied.
65.
Indeed it is. But Duff,
In charge of the third leg.
after messing around on doubles, he now hits first dart.
Came on.
As you can see, few in tonight.
100. $60.
Yeah, these players will have to get used to playing in different atmospheres because it is going to be noisy from now until the close of play on Sunday. Has been quieter this week. And
Sure is.
180.
second 180 for Neil Duff.
140.
Fantastic reply from Landman. Surely a ton.
55.
Oh, the wrong side. Came off the wrong side of the flight.
121.
Double 20. Double 18. 1-2-1. As easy as 1-2-3.
Good leg Neil to throw first. Came on.
So we're in that last leg decider again, and Duff has got off to the proverbial flyer. And the countryman has gone with him.
Beginning to see a little bit more consistency from Landman.
Duff offering himself to wake up.
81.
Yeah, I'm glad he doesn't get mic'd up on stage because I think we'd be having to apologise for quite a lot of language.
I think there's a lot of players like that, have a good little chat to themselves. Just keep them on it. Well, after that visit, you'd say advantage Landman now. Definitely advantage Landman now. Oh,
don't go there again.
Down the bottom will be fine.
137.
Rushed in and picked it up. Throw is well and truly turned in Landman's favour. 2 darts at double 12. Only needed the 1. He's stolen the set from Neil Duff, who started it. Great work there from Landman in that last leg again. And as I said, that's about as animated as he gets. But I think we all know around the world what that meant to him.
57.
Break a throw against the current world champion.
Well, Neil Duff is a player who thrives in adversity. But I bet he wishes, just for once, to have a simple game and coast to the line. You sometimes do get those, where your opponent doesn't turn up, but it's going to be another scrap if he's to keep his hopes of back-to-back world championships alive. Very, very few players have defended their first title.
41.
Very few players have defended their second world title. It's only Dozzer's probably the one in the modern era we would know about. Remember Scott Waite's winning a couple. He didn't defend them after. Pretty hopeless he was. Pretty hopeless. It's all right, I know he's watching. He's texted me.
Yeah.
85.
Couldn't wait to get that in, could you?
Nope.
Like a coiled spring.
Scotty 2-star and Scotty 1-star. What more could you want?
Should look at the bull.
105.
Nothing wrong with the board management from Duff.
56. Nearly Repar 170.
Leaves the bullseye.
145.
Big fish not reeled in.
48.
That would have been a massive breaker throw. Landman now must hold.
8.
And he's been put under pressure again from a big chance from Duff. Duff surely has to finish it off. He goes for double 12.
8 shots in the first leg. Neil Duff.
Neil Duff breaks the throw.
5 darts from 170.
And Chris Landman must be absolutely sick of the sight of him. Every time he threatens to extend his advantage, Neil Duff pulls him back.
And that's what good champions do.
60.
An anguished cry of Neil.
95.
Always wears his heart on his sleeve.
60.
There's someone loving the darts. He even gave us the sign he loved the darts.
43.
Chris Landman hates those darts.
$94. 139.
Well tidied there from Landman. That's the equivalent of getting the driver out and hitting the green from 280 yards, that one. And once again, a great response from the champion.
Bullseye for Landman.
139.
They are teasing this crowd.
71.
Almost a 170 from Duff the leg before. Now almost a... what a lovely clean 71 from Duff for a hold to throw.
Third leg, Chris, 2 throw first.
17 dart leg.
Game on.
Landman got himself a dart at that bullseye for 15.
100.
And the worry for Landman here, he's working so hard to break the Duff throw. And then Duff's having
100.
no problems breaking Landman's throw.
$100. $81. $60.
Duff won't be too worried here. He knows he's got the darts in the next leg for the set. All he'll want to do is try and set this up, try and keep Landman under pressure, try and get him to make a mistake, and then try and capitalise on the mistake if he gets the chance.
60.
If not, it goes to his throw. And Landman's body language is telling you he is not a happy bunny at this particular moment in time.
100.
Yeah, Duff's body language isn't too dissimilar, but he'll be feeling a lot more content now.
95. Neil Uruguay, 120. $100. Chris Uruguay, 86.
He'll probably stay there. Bullseye.
In charge on a third leg.
And if he hit that a couple of moments ago, once again we'd be looking at this set very differently.
To throw first. Game on.
But we're not, when this is what we've got.
It's a hold of throw. That's all it is. Not as significant as he'd like.
85. $45.
This altogether looks like we're going to be going into the break at 2-2.
Racing away now.
I think Duff will be the happy of the two going in at 2-2, to be totally honest.
Because he'll start the fifth set with his throw. Not the worst time to make an error, or two errors like that. Landman nowhere.
If Duff does get this, nobody's held their throw. Nobody's held their set with throw. So would you want to be coming out having a throw?
72.
Both players seem to be better on the opponent's throw.
Double 12 for the set.
48. Chris Uruguay, 160.
He's been made to work so hard. Three more chances for Neil Duff.
Big pressure though from Landman, just to make him think. Is he thinking too much? No, he isn't. Fourth set goes in the way of Neil Duff. So as we head to the break, we are none the wiser. 2 sets to Neil Duff, 2 sets to Chris Landman.
It certainly is. Neil Duff and Chris Landman throwing punches at each other. It is even Stevens after 4 sets. It's hard to know, really. It's hard to judge who you'd say has been the better player at around about the halfway point of this game. One man, though, has tasted the ultimate glory on this stage, and he did it the hard way against Thibaut Tricol. Even chuntering away during his practice darts before the game restarts. Neil Duff is going to have the throw, so of course Chris Landman's going to win this set. That's how it's been going. That's the pattern we're following.
Yeah, Joe tried to pin me down on that one, and I wasn't having none of that either. So don't you start. But yeah, that seems to be the way at the moment. Both players seem to be playing better on the opposite person's throw, because they know they've got to work harder to try and break. So on the run of play so far, I'm not sure what the averages are telling us, but Wesley plays yet. Saw him this afternoon.
Yeah, a bit of an eye roll to the camera. Don't think he wants to be spotted. Losing out to Dennis Nilsson this afternoon. This is the 3rd quarter of the draw.
100.
Whoever wins will take on the winner of Class and Lorby, coming up last this evening.
81.
Big fan of Rangers is Neil Duff, in case you can't tell by the colours of the shirt. And the big Rangers badge on the back of it.
180.
Landman just gave a little look across at the scoreboard to see what he had left. And you could tell there that
58.
he was on 263 and went and filled it up.
Double 16.
51. You require 140.
You don't want to be giving Duff these chances, because he will soon start taking them. There will be a momentum swing.
60. Christian require 32.
Been a frustrating evening so far for Duff. And he's not going to get a chance in this leg. So predictably, a break of throw.
Leg is Chris to throw first.
Yeah, absolutely.
100. 135. 60.
Look at that, nice bullseye Christmas jumper there in the crowd.
Yeah, I'm guessing a lot of them get flogged at this time of year.
Again, Landman falling short. And again, Neil Duff on the Landman throw, looking more comfortable than on his own.
140. 140. You require 103.
Might be too little too late for Landman. Double 17 for Neil Duff. Out for double 16.
87.
Oohs and ahs from the crowd.
You've got to keep the first one straight here and give yourself a chance. You have to be safe with the first one.
25.
He was safe with none of them.
16. In charge of the second round.
That's safely planted in double 8. And Neil Duff breaks the throw once again.
Third leg is Neil to throw first.
It's supposedly meant to be an advantage, starting legs and having the throw. These two proving otherwise.
95.
Games of this magnitude and this distance can to and fro, where each player gets in a little bit of a purple patch of their own and holds on, but this one hasn't done that. We've yet to find a player to get a purple patch and reel off sort of 5 or 6 legs that are really good and win 4 of them.
140.
Landman visibly, the pace was a bit quicker then. He's trying something different.
99.
But if Landman gets any quicker, he'll be throwing all 3 darts at once. 1, 2, 3, gone.
54.
That's why he's a big scorer, but it's why he can be erratic as well.
45.
So once again, a glimmer of hope for Landman. Another one of those.
100.
He's back close enough.
22.
Duff will start on the 18s here. Awkward. Bullseye.
78. Monsieur Bar 106.
Well, that second dart in the treble 18 was magnificent. I don't know how he managed to see it. But Landman
87.
does not break the throw.
44.
Strange combination to come all the way down the bottom of the board and then try and head back to the top. Duff now on double 16. Holds his throw. Now getting the confidence that comes with holding your throw.
Yeah, he seems to have changed his MO a little bit, Neil Duff, because I think normally he's a tops and 10s man, but decided to go for the 16s. He's had more success on that side of the board in the last few sets.
40.
Yeah, sometimes you've just got to change it up and go with what you feel is right on the moment.
140.
Yeah, there's a lot of darts players who like to obviously plan and have an idea of which doubles they want to hit, but some of them just play instinctively and play on feel.
Yeah, if you have a couple of darts at 36 and you don't fancy it, you switch it to 32s, and when you get those opportunities like the guys are having at the moment.
$45. 59. 38. Pressure bar 138.
There'll never be a poker face darts player, Neil Duff.
26.
2 poor visits from Landman where he's a country mile in front. Absolute country mile in front. And Duff is now right back on his coattails.
He was a country mile in front, but the countryman may have to find something special.
96. 138. 90. This requires 16. 8.
When you're that far away with your first dart, it does your confidence in.
To nudge ahead, 3-2.
32.
Neil Duff can't manage double 16.
This requires 8.
Back in that 21 dart plus route again. Good marker. 2 good markers.
No score. Neil requires 16.
Duff mops his brow. The biggest darts in the match so far. Double 4.
Proud ooh and ahhing with every dart. And that can get on your mind as a player, I can tell you. Landman has a quick look over to his people, go, what's going on? He can't get any closer. He cannot get any closer, but hit it.
No score.
Unbelievable, unbelievable tension. Has to be double one. Right smile on his face, and he finds double one. A farce of a leg ends with the Duff man going ahead 3-2. Okay, Scott, if you're in Chris's position now, how do you compose yourself and recover?
You're going at a 180 or something to start in the middle of this leg and forget what's just happened. But that is a very difficult forget. That was big moments, big turning points. Both had many moments and chances, but only one took them. And those are the bits that he'll remember.
97.
I'm not going to say it, not going to say it. Well, Elvis is in the building.
60.
You did hold out for nearly 3 seconds there, mate. Well done.
A lot of restraint.
A lot of restraint.
60. Chris, you require 144.
That is wow dart and a big one.
112.
Good recovery.
Not living up to the first dart merchant tag there.
No, he shouldn't have needed to have been there. Should never have been anywhere near that big one where he was.
Chris, you require 32. In charge of the first set. Chris Landman.
Something for Landman to build upon.
Yeah, you want to try and forget that last sort of set, really.
140.
Good response from Landman now. Duff has to back that 180 up.
60.
Yeah, sorry viewers, I got my leg wrapped around Danny's
60.
headphone wire there, and yeah, nearly pulled his head off. Quite amusing for us. You couldn't see it where you were. We're back with the game now. Do apologise.
95.
Yeah, we've already both tripped up over these wires when we've tried to get up off our seats. But pleased to report, no injuries yet.
No injuries, but Duff on 166. 9 times out of 10 when you leave that, you hit a treble 21st dart. Not to be on this occasion.
60.
One would even have been happy with. Once again, the door slightly ajar for Landman, but needs a treble in this visit.
60. Power 106.
Doesn't get it.
Treble 18.
58. Chris Power 156.
Going all over the shop now.
Somebody needs to steady the ship here.
And that somebody is Neil Duff.
It's exactly what was needed. It's kind of getting a bit scrappy. I know the situation's tense and tight.
60.
There we go. Duff now taking control of the situation.
It's his third game in this World Championship, and on 2 occasions he's had to deal with a very, very quick player. Moreno Blom on Tuesday evening caused a few problems early on before he faded. And now it's Landman tonight.
85.
You think maybe the pace of the game isn't suiting him?
No, I think the pace is suiting Duff just fine. He's doing what he wants to do. He's playing the pace that he plays. Nothing's really changed for him.
95.
Landman's just searching and searching. You can see he's not happy with that first dart. And when that one drops there, he has to go over the top and change the trajectory, and it's causing him problems. He's got to come out of there. When that first one drops short, surely he's got to come out and find a clear target.
81.
Much better from Landman. That's all because he didn't have a blocker dart.
$140 is the ticket for Neil, and he's going to get it. This may have to go, because Neil Duff is tops away from breaking the throw and going within one of the match. And there it is. Neil Duff turns round, bellows his approval.
Fourth leg is Neil to throw first. Game on.
He has got the aura of a champion.
95.
He sure has.
And he has seemingly got Chris Landman under his thumb.
He has now, and he's sprinting for the line.
100. 85. 59.
You feel that Landman's running out of time. It has to be a 140 here.
104.
Right on cue, and he's probably going to have to back it up with another one. Depending on what Duff does here.
100.
Super last dart from Duff. Keep the pressure on. Well, that's the 5 off. Has to stay straight.
Nearly require 147.
Not enough.
That's a nervy one from Duff.
81.
Solid stuff at the end there with the last dart.
Oh, he went across. Maybe the better shot would have been to stay straight. Even if it is a dodgy dart at double 15. Neil Duff is 66 points away from the semi-finals. Double 18.
30.
He's millimetres away from the semi-finals there. Landman, this has to go. Good character from Landman. Good character. It's an 18 dart breaker throw. Duff will be disappointed to be giving up legs with that on his own throw. Now look what's happened. Momentum Landman.
And now the likelihood is we'll need a 7th set.
How much is that one dart going to affect Neil Duff? He's had one dart to win it. And he was oh so close.
104.
Landman now throwing like he's not got a care in the world. 2 140s back to back for his 6 darts in this leg.
36. $100.
And Duff absolutely all over the place, while Landman's just trudging on, and Chris must be saying to himself, where have I been?
100.
Well, the third dart that Neil Duff threw in the previous visit seemed indicative of a man who is resigned to the fact he's losing this leg.
89.
Good tidy up again from Landman.
45. Pressure required 32.
Double 4 is there.
6 set. Chris Landman.
And we are going all the way.
7th and final set. His first leg is Neil to throw first. Game on.
Neil Duff is thinking right now he should be having photos with fans celebrating a victory. He should be shaking Landman's hand.
45.
He should be preparing for a semi-final. But darts doesn't work like that.
57.
And Landman goes back to throwing a split second slower, losing the momentum a little.
40.
Lobsters don't know what to do with themselves now. They're so into this.
97.
Duff now taking the pace out of the game in his approach to the board.
100.
To throw. Landman's got the problem again where his dart is too low.
$100.
Chris Landman's problem now is Neil Duff.
140.
Still not enough to get him to a finish.
Good 140 after the 26, but he'd still been better off with 2 tons, Landman, on the trot.
Even Woody Woodpecker can't take his eyes off this.
121.
He has stopped pecking the table, though. He is actually watching now.
16.
Back up to the old faithful.
Game shot and the first leg.
Neil Duff with a champion checkout.
Second leg is Chris to throw first. Game on. 140.
That was Neil Duff's first ton plus checkout of the match.
What a time to do it. We spoke about big celebrations this afternoon. When Wesley Plaisier gave a big one, didn't he? And then he never hit a treble for 4 throws and then lost the next leg.
140.
Yeah, I suspect we'll struggle to see one set that was as good as the third in that match when Wesley Plaisier finished it in 40 darts. It was something special.
140.
It also shouldn't go unnoticed after that match. We did have a few issues with our scoreboard, but according to the averages, Dennis Nilsson, highest of the tournament, over 97.
Right.
55. $136.
So big setup now for Duff to try and put pressure on the Landman double top. It ain't going to be no bigger than this one.
140.
Not quite to be, but sat there on 81.
40.
This has been Landman's Achilles heel. 3 in his hand, not this time.
Third leg, Neil to throw first.
13 dart leg from Landman and hold of throw.
100.
Getting the tense, nervous headache time for the lads now.
100.
Some bumblebees in. Suppose it's better to be in the warm than out in the cold this time of year for the bumblebees.
100.
Yeah, it is chilly. Not quite as Baltic as it was at the start of the week.
55.
Once again, Landman with that short dart. Under the treble 20.
85. 100.
A good last start there from Landman to get over the top. Could this set up double 18?
140.
Tried to use the first two in the board and just slightly overpitched it. It's advantage Duff here.
60.
Massive advantage,
He
Duff.
requires 76. 56.
No huge deal to miss tops,
40.
especially with Landman coming up very dry indeed.
It's all about Duff doing his bit of the job now.
Game shot in the third man. Leader.
Double five has been really good to him in this tournament.
Fourth man gets Chris to first.
That was the part of the board he hit last night to beat Martin Turner.
100.
Landman now throwing to hold to save the match. Duff now composing himself. He knows he needs a big visit early doors.
$100.
Could have liked more there.
$100.
As would Landman after hitting the 61st dart. First mistake.
43.
And no treble. So Landman now has to hit. Has to hit.
60.
And he doesn't. So that little mini advantage is gone now, but Duff has to hit one. Big deflection there. Good switch after the deflection. Good switch. Oh, Duff would have been stood behind Landman there thinking, I'm in here, he's missed, and he lands one right in the top left-hand corner.
60.
Duff goes to the well and comes up dry. So it's 1-4-1 for Landman. Go back now to the treble 20.
164.
Treble 18. What a way to win this would be. For the highest checkout of the tournament. Landman spurts. He looks at the screen. Neil Duff making sure he is properly prepared.
139.
When that left his hand, he must have thought that had a chance.
36.
Big moments, big moments.
Right in the top corner.
Whoa, right in the top left-hand corner. We've got ourselves a one-leg shootout.
Final leg is Neil to first. Game on.
Now the bull up in the back room comes to the advantage.
100.
Nothing a given in this situation in darts.
104.
It's a sport that tests the skill, it tests the stamina, and right now it's testing the nerve of Neil Duff and Chris Landman.
140.
Super response from Neil Duff. That is big.
100.
So we're none the wiser. We're even Stevens after 6 darts. Duff looking to kick on.
104.
And he knows how big that was.
Landman falls behind. Treble 17.
79.
Tidies it up well.
Christian O'Connell, 161.
For a show-stopping finish.
92. Neil require 42.
Which way does he go?
10 for 32, surely.
What more can we say?
Landman still with work to do here. 2 darts at double 6. Only needs 1.
Chris Landman is the first man to beat Neil Duff on the Lakeside stage. He had to survive 4 match darts from the Ulsterman, who is absolutely devastated, loudly berating himself when he missed those 2. It was Landman who ultimately kept his cool. What a confidence boost that will feel for the Dutchman, who becomes our 3rd confirmed semi-finalist in the men's tournament. Duff devastated, Landman thrilled. He has beaten the Duff man by 4 sets to 3.